Hi, I'm host Derek, host Talking with Famous People, and I am here with famous person James, who's a new arrival to the room. This last video of the session, um, I wanted to type in because he says I've spoken with him before, but I don't remember, and he says his name before was Tim, and now it's James, and he's got William coming up, and also Jonathan eventually, but he hasn't gotten to those yet. So he's currently James, and I thought I might ask him a few typing questions, and he seemed agreeable to it, so why don't we do so? James, what would you prefer to have for dinner? Macaroni and cheese or cereal?
Macaroni and cheese.
How about for lunch?
Uh, the only time I feel like cereal, other than in the morning, is if it's like a snack really late, and there's no other snack, no other food that I can have as a snack. Other rest of the time, I'd want something other than that, unless it's in the morning or this kind of emergency late night snack.
Do you prefer to stay out too late or leave too early? Stay too long or stay too short if you have to pick one.
From what?
An activity in which there are 30 people present for the bulk of the occasion. The occasion lasts the main part of the occasion lasts 3 hours. You have a choice to be there for 1 hour or 4 hours. You are given
Go
no
with
other details. Which do you choose?
1 hour.
What if it was a gold collecting party and there were big piles of gold to choose from? Then you would
Hmm.
regret choosing the 1 hour, huh?
Yeah, I
Anyway,
guess.
good news, it wasn't a gold collecting party.
Yeah.
All right, next question. If you were if you found yourself out in the wilderness with a group of people, you had gone hiking one day. You wanted to show they were visitors to town. You live in a town called Blakesville, and they came to visit Blakesville, and they wanted to see the famous Blakesville Bluffs. So you take them out hiking to go to the Blakesville Bluffs, but surprisingly, because you're familiar with the area, you make a wrong turn, and then a storm starts to come in, and you guys go, "Wow, geez, it's starting to rain. Let's go hide underneath this tree over here." And then it turns out that the ground underneath there sort of collapses, and you slide down the hill, and you get all the way down to the bottom of this ravine. And you're down there by the river, and it is raining and sleeting, and now it's starting to look like it's going to snow. And you've got 6 people with you, and they're all starting to look very cold and shivery. Well, what do you do? Tom is looking at you very angrily.
Yeah, I've
James,
got them
I
into
told
them.
you, I was like, you're not taking us on one of your crazy adventures, are you?
Hmm. Uh, well, I'd try and work out how to get out. I'd have to look at this ravine and see if we're going to be able to get out of it.
Okay, well, you're coming to the conclusion that right now, with the rain pouring down and trying to get back up this hill is really dangerous. You probably ought to hunker down for the night.
Hmm.
None of the people there are going to like this idea. You got to break the news to them. What are you going to tell them?
Uh, well, I'd kind of say it in a way that anticipates them not liking it, so I'd give lots of explanation.
So, I'm sorry, say that again?
I, I I would try and anticipate that they're not going to be happy about it and they're going to be upset and wet and all the rest of it. So I try and say it in a way that's very explanatory. And
Explanatory.
explain, yeah, and explain everything. Well, we can't do this because we'll fall. We can't do this because we'll
Okay,
get in
James,
late.
James, I hear your explanation. I get it. But
Mm.
I am soaking wet. I have broken both of my heels. I have no change of clothes with me. And there's no place to stay. There's no building here. What are we gonna do?
Mhm. Um, hmm. I'm not really an outdoors expert, so this would really stump me. You know what I mean?
Okay, if another member of
Yeah.
the party, if another member of the party steps up and says, "Let me take over here, James," are you gonna gladly hand over the reins, or are you gonna say, "Hey, you don't even know the area. I'm a native around here. I've been here forever. I know this place well," or what?
Mm, I want to test them to see what their ideas are about whether it seems like they know what they're talking about or not.
Well, what
Before
I
I,
want to do, I want to
you
get a couple of
know,
those birch branches from over there. We're going to build A-frame, and then we're going to take over. We're going to use these coats here. And we're going to frame out the building. It gives you a bunch of shit like that. A bunch of like
mm,
makeshift talk.
mm, I wouldn't. I'd kind of, if I thought that someone was making stupid decisions. It was like somebody had taken over and they were the leader and they were making dumb decisions. I would definitely try and make it clear. But
Okay.
it would,
Do you think,
you
in
know,
general, which sentence do you identify with more in general? The sentence that says, "I'm fine. I'm worried about those people because they might get fussy about it. It's annoying, but they're the ones that might get fussy. My emotions are fine. I'm not going to be fussy. I got my shit handled." Or do you think those people can handle their own emotions? I'm worried about how I feel about this. That's their problem. Their feelings are their problem, not my problem. Which one of those two sentences do you identify with more?
mm, well, the second one's I'm just worried about my feelings. Their feelings are their own problem. What was the first one again?
First one is, I'm not fussy. I'm going to be fine. I'm not worried about like whether my feelings are going to be hurt here or something like that. I'm
Yeah.
concerned about whether their feelings are going to be hurt because they're the ones who are fussy.
I probably in that situation like that, I probably would be
No, we're
trying
out of
to
that
help other.
situation. We've left the
Right.
ravine. You all died. Now we're on to a different question.
Um.
No, Abraham. Go ahead.
Okay. Well, that's the thing though, because most of the time I wouldn't be particularly engaged in other people's feelings, but in some kind of extreme situation where I'd somehow become the leader of the group, I would be very, that would be what I would be trying to deal with. I'd be trying to explain everything so everybody understands and people don't get upset. I would be trying to be quite focused on it, but otherwise I wouldn't pay much attention to it because I find it hard.
But I'm saying, as a default, how do you end up with that thing? Like not in that kind of a crazy situation.
Other people's feelings. Um, I can't honestly say. When I do think about how other people are feeling, I'm doing it because I've learned to do it. It's not natural to me.
Okay. Uh, would you rather be given you have a boss who gives you two choices. He plays ridiculous games on you, and he gives you two choices. One choice is he's going to tell you all the steps you need to do in succession, but not what you're trying to accomplish. Or number two, telling you what you're trying to accomplish, but none of how to do it, and something you
So
haven't
the
done
last,
before.
yeah, the second one definitely.
Okay. Um, are you more likely to regret not making a joke? I mean, maybe not regret's too strong of a word. Are you more likely to go, "Oh, I should have made that joke. That would have been funny," or are you more likely to go, "Oh, I shouldn't have made that joke. That failed"?
Um, the first one.
All right. So you're an INTP, I think.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I've got that on an online test. The 16 personalities one on that website. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, all the questions are. I had you pretty much guessed off pretty much right off the bat because of just your manner of answering things, the way that you don't accept the question right away and just answer it. You sort of say, "Well, is there enough information here?" Or you do that thing. That's an NTP thing in general, but and you don't display as an ENTP. ENTPs rarely are disciplined like Taylor was in not displaying ENTP ishness. They instead come right out the gates. Like that one guy that I typed, and the world's fastest typing. I started to give him the first question. I'm like, all right, so you're in a group of people. There are 3 girls, 3 guys. And he interrupted me and said, orgy. I'm like, ENTP.
Is that because it's kind of, they're supposed to be trolls, aren't they? ENTPs.
We're not trolls, though. I think that's a I think that's not true. We're not trolling. Trolling implies that we're sort of deceiving people or something. Like that trolling is like, I'm trying to get a reaction out of you. I don't really care about it. So I'm probably making a joke that non-NTPs aren't seen as a joke or something like that. Like it's just, they take it. I'm making a joke about the absurdity of this sort of statement, and somebody's so insufficiently aware of absurdity that they take that thing that I'm presenting as absurd as a serious thing, and then they either agree with it or disagree with it or something. I don't know. It's weird. I don't like to troll because I want a straight up battle, or just be playing around and having fun. Trolling implies that I want to make you mad for the sake of making you mad. I don't want to do that.
Yeah, I was just going on it. It wasn't really my observation. It's something I'd read. You know what I mean? On some MBTI description on the internet somewhere.
And I am not, and I understand and do not ascribe to you the position to which I am responding.
Yeah, understood.
Okay, cool. Well, I like this typing. This is a straightforward, interesting INTP typing. You guys are so non-expansive but relaxed. It's weird. I will say one more thing before I end this video and the session, which is I went to dinner with my friend Leslie last night, and she's an INFP, which I kind of suspected, but now I'm determined. I'm sure of it 100%. The interesting thing is she answered the troll question immediately, move the people, not the food. That was her immediate response. And then, like other INFPs, she wouldn't kill the troll no matter what. She wouldn't kill the troll no matter what. It's weird. Isn't that interesting? And they don't know that this is what... See, I've already identified him in my head as INFP, and I go, all right, well, let's find out if this thing that's been true in the past is true here too. And I try to give them all these reasons why they try to push him towards killing the troll, right? They try everything but killing the troll. I keep trying to push him towards killing the troll. I make it as close to a cut and dry thing as like, look, this is going to be super easy. No, we're the guys from the neighboring village. We'll kill the troll for you while you're not looking. Don't worry about it. They won't kill the troll. But they will send the troll away even if they know the troll will be killed. But they won't make the decision to kill the troll. Isn't that weird? Anyway, that's my last thoughts on that. The only types I've encountered that will not kill the troll are INFPs. That's why they're my supervisor. Because the ENTP's problem is we don't really have any problem with killing the troll. We might sit around and try to come up with a more clever solution, but at the end of the day, fuck the troll. That's why we need INFP. ENFPs are more able to consider the impact to the people in the village and use that as justification for things. But they don't want to kill the troll either, but they will. So, yeah. Anyway, thanks for being here. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to eat plenty of cheese and blah, 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 blah.